Alright, so today I'm going to be trying to give you guys an overview as to how I like to play Shiv in a very high elo. I do think Shiv is one of those characters that a lot of people say he's OP, but I really do think it's kind of dependent on the pilot, and there's just a lot of like minor things that you can do or maybe you're not doing to play this character a little bit better at a higher level. And that's gonna want to, I'm gonna try to address those things. Not to say I'm the best Shift player, but I peaked Eternus 6, basically one tricking his hero with about a 60% win rate. And I pretty much like kind of only Q Shiv. I play other Q characters, but I like Shiv a lot. So yeah, just like I said, just try to do a gameplay overview into like how I think and how I like to, approach certain situations in a high elo lobby. The lane phase was a little bit slow, so I might kind of skip to like where we got our first kill, because my Wraith was kind of like AFK in the beginning. But kind of like a lane overview for this matchup. I mean, Wraith is not the best lane partner to have with Shiv. Ideally, you kind of want somebody who can help Shiv sustain, like a Kelvin or a Rim, or even like a Page who could, just allow Shiv to keep fighting and let him take aggressive trades, because that's really what he wants to do, especially until he gets Rage. I will say the thing about Shiv's lane is he's not really one of the best laners. His lane is actually kind of pretty bad until he unlocks Ald and can get Rage online, because prior to that he honestly doesn't do too much damage. And if the players you're playing in lane are competent, they won't let you really stack knives on them. Usually people around this elo, if you get one knife into them, they'll tend to back up. So but pretty much what I'm trying to do right here is just keep the wave push, don't let them push into us. Their level 2 upgrades are kind of better than ours. They have Sleep Dagger, but every time that they use Sleep Dagger and whatnot, I'm trying to trade, especially right there. That's kind of like my core thing with people in lane, is once they use kind of like their skills, I kind of like to hold on to mine, bait those things out, so then I can go in on them. I ping my Wraith to kind of just look over me right there in case the Drifter TPs onto me. But yeah, like I said, this lane was pretty slow. Let's actually go up to like the first kill. Let's just fast forward a little bit, like right here. And also I did skip over it, but my first items on this was Resto Shot and Extra Charge. I feel like the Extra Charge is kind of like a self-explanatory item. It just lets you get another knife so you can keep up the tempo in lane. But with the Resto Shot, I like Resto Shot a lot, because if you actually hit the procs on the Resto Shot, I feel like it heals you up more than any other regen item in the game. So, and it's actually kind of pretty easy to hit with Shiv's right click as well. But at this point, since I do have my ult online and I have Rage, I'm looking to get a little bit more aggro here. I back off a little bit because I do have a Drifter mark on me. And like I said, he TPs on me right there. I did miss my dash, but I did also hear that there was a gank coming from Monkrill as well. So I decided to kind of back up, and at this point I can't really do too much. Just go try to run some boxes right here. Monkrill does have ult, so I have to be careful of that. Then I just kind of wait on my Wraith to respawn, and so just run these boxes. Don't want to force anything. I don't know why I backed right here, honestly. I think since I was like already close. Oh, actually I didn't want to go and get yellow lane, help lane. Looks like we get a kill here too, so let's see how this plays out.
I can see haze.
Go on the Yamato. The Yamato is actually 1 HP. Honestly, I probably could have killed her without my killing blow, which is a problem that like I have sometimes too, is just kind of just pressing the 4 on someone and not taking into account that it's not like the old 4 where you get it back on refund. So that's a big thing I will say. If you can kill people without using the killing blow, I would definitely try to save if you can, because it is a good escape tool. And at this point, I'm just gonna clear the lane. There's nothing really going on over here. My Victor is kind of like our spirit carry, so I'm gonna kind of leave him that solo lane to himself, go punch some boxes. Nothing too crazy. I mean, that's the name of the game. You push waves, go farm whatever you want, especially if you have like your doubles up. because while it may not provide, you know, like the same amount of souls as me sitting in the solo lane the entire time, the buffs that you get from the centers are just invaluable. So, and this will pretty much help me get my Radiant, which is like one of Shiv's core items. And the suppressor buy, I didn't really speak about it too much, but the suppressor buy is pretty good into their comp. They have a Haze, Drifter, Mo, and Krill. I thought I heard somebody when I was punching the double, so that's why I kind of backed up there. You have to be really careful when you do doubles because someone can pretty much come and one-shot you at this point in the game, because after you do the doubles, you kind of take a significant amount of damage. Right here, I'm pinging for someone to come in, help me on yellow here, because if I go in on this warden, he'll pretty much kill me. He's like 3k up on me, so I ping my holiday to come get him off the wave, and then I go in and try to clear here. We're just gonna do a quick reset, get our Radiant region, and honestly, my thing is once I get like these certain power spikes online, I am kind of looking for some action right away. But I do think Shiv, you can play a little bit passive on Shiv until you get max knife, but especially once you get that max knife, you're pretty much like one of the best characters in the early game. If you hit someone with 2-3 knives, you can pretty much 1v1 anybody in the game, no matter how much net worth they have on you. And right here, I just look for some knife kills, but it looks like it's a lot of stuff going on over there. My raid did kind of end over there just now, so I decided to just back it up a little bit. We don't want to force anything, especially because I'm kind of on tempo right now, so I don't want to die. Just push the lane here. This Krill, this guy was actually being so annoying all game, but I got 2 knives on this guy. This kid can actually die, so once I realized that I got 3 knives on him, I kind of decided to go in for the all-in. Got 4 on him right there. I believe he should die. Actually, no, I don't think he dies from that because he has a page on him. And actually, that may have been a mistake on my part. What I could have done, I could have upgraded my knife to level 5, which I did right here. That actually would have killed him if I would have upgraded my knives while I had them in him already, but you know, we get the kill anyway. I did decide to use my killing blow right there, just to kill that guy as fast as possible. He had combo, and obviously when I'm looking at the replay, I can see where his teammates are, but we don't know where his team is, and if I didn't kill him right away, it could have been a world where he comboed me and got healed up by Paige, or got a shield put on him by Paige, and I just died. So now we go heal Bane. I feel like this is like one of the most important items on Shiv. I don't think there's a game that I play on Shiv where I do not buy heal Bane. I mean, the anti-heal is super good for Shiv because all his damage is spirit, and getting the kills just give you that chunk of HP, which is always good. We have like a little skirmish over here. I try to peel for my bebop. You might ask why didn't I shoot at the Mo and Krill? I seen the page was low, so I tried to stick with a knife or whatnot. Looks like that knife did help her die. I had the drifter mark on me, and there was a wave pushing our tower, so I decided to back up a little bit there. We kind of got everything we needed from that. And when the drifter has his mark on me, if you guys don't know, when he has this on you, it does like max percentage health. So like Shiv, who's like pretty tanky like this point in the game, that's just gonna do a lot of damage to me. So I don't want to sit in a skirmish with the drifter TP on me, and at any point in the fight while I have that on me, he can TP on me and then just blow me up. People don't talk a lot about how drifter actually does like a lot of damage to Shiv. I was going over here to try to get some PC on that warden, but because he was kind of fed, but you know, my teammates ended up killing him anyway. So on my way back, I decided to just clear camps. Usually I don't clear camps too much on Shiv until I get maybe like 12 impulse, because Shiv's farm clear is actually like one of the worst in the game since they made that change to his rage, where you don't build up rage on minions anymore. Yeah, this character, you don't really want to be in the jungle too much. Shiv is one of those heroes where you kind of want to get your money from minion waves. I go weapon shielding here. Once again, I think it's a good buy because I can pretty much proc it on everyone on their team. I do kind of get a little greedy here. Looks like I'm about to come up with a lot of kills right here. They get immobilized. They're trying to aggro me, so I decided to just back up a little bit. DC Page, sticker with a knife. My Holiday lands a lasso. So going on the Yamato here. Yamato has all, but she's already 1 HP, so I'm gonna execute her before she could, you know, get any heals or get a kill or anything like that. Throw a knife in the krill, he dies. Get another heal from that. Let me just kind of reset from right there. That's why I said heal bait is really good. I honestly probably didn't even have to base right there because I had max raise, but the skirmish was pretty much over at that point, so might as well go base. Then I get my counter spell online for my next item. I think Gift is pretty much a free lick at this point. Shiv's chase down is some of the best in the game. His right click movement, anytime someone's trying to run away from you and get away from you, you just want to make sure you're utilizing that right click movement as much as you can. Then I decided to just, I probably could have went to the secret shop over there to get the my item, and actually I went Torment Pulse instead of Counterspell. Torment Pulse is really good. They have kind of like a Brawly comp with the Mornfill and Yamato. Right here, I was just trying to play a little aggro. I try to use my movement to get out there. Haze does hit a good sleep aggro on me, but I, you know, pretty much. I try my best to live right here, but it's just too much. That was kind of a bad death on me. I did get them to use a lot of resources just on me alone, and then 2 of them died for it, so it's not that bad. Actually, 3 of them died, so it was a 3-for-1 trade because they kind of util dumped all on me, so it's not the end of the world. I did ping mid there, but for some reason people were so scared to do like mid this early in the game. I looked at it as like 3 of them just died, and then Warden just died as well. They used like 3 ults damn near on me alone last fight, and they have nothing to clear, I mean not clear, but to fight us in mid, so I figured that'd be worth a try, and if anything, you know, we could just kill them, and if it goes bad, it's this early in the game, it wouldn't be like the end of the world if they got it. But I don't see a world where they get all 3. And right here, you know, just doing some sinners. Every time you see these things on the map, you just want to get them as soon as possible. I'm not really trying to 1v1 this Drifter. 1k up on me, and I didn't know how many stacks he had either, so kind of back off of that. Like now, like I said, as I see in the replay, I could see that there was no one over there, but in the moment I didn't know where the rest of his team was hovering at. Victor just died, so we kind of want to play it cool. The urn is coming up, so
let's push Broadway.
We get ready for this, or at least like our holiday is saying, let's ping the ping that Guardian. At least try to get that Guardian off the map. I do come over here to help my Bebop because they were pushing my Yellow Walker. Bebop does die here, but I think I managed to kill Haze. Warden ults me. I think we gotta let this tower go. Our Victor's already kind of dooming in chat. The Warden ult's over, so I do decide to go in and kind of ego challenge because I hyperlined him. Hit a big dash on them. I do get combo, but I got Torment Pulse and 2 knives, so I just killed that kid.
Let's take out Warden.
I do have to let Warden live. It's whatever. It's a pretty good trade. I don't think they got her in there either. The one thing, like I said, about this character is all about testing limits and just knowing what situations you can and cannot live.
Sounds good.
I knew I had potential to kill one of those guys there with the Torment Pulse and the knives, and then I decided to go ahead and pick up Counterspell here. I think Counterspell is pretty good into this comp. They have Page Ult, they have Yamato Power Slash, Warden Cage, Page Ulti, Page Root. They have Drifter Ult that I can Counterspell, so I feel like I get infinite value from that item in this game.
Soul Jar is here.
Just pushing waves. We do want to play for this comeback Aaron here, especially since Yamato just died. Just gonna get us lane prior really quick though before.
I'll tear through their army.
I don't know why I didn't pick up that urn. Actually, I think I went and bought an item really quick here. In reality, I probably should have just picked up the.
Spirit urn is waiting to be claimed. Spirit jars here.
I should have picked up the urn. Actually, I don't know what I just did. Don't ever do that. I can't remember in the moment why I went back. I think I was gonna buy an item like a 1600, but then I decided not to. But in all reality, you always want to prior the urn pickup. The only reason that would have been like somewhat decent for me to go to the base first is to get like an item before the fight, like a 1600, and I think that that's what I was planning on doing, but I kind of changed my mind. Since this comeback urn, teams don't usually tend to contest the comeback urn this early in the game, because if they get team wiped at this point trying to contest the comeback urn, we just get a mid boss for free. I do go back to try to help this Bebop over here. While Ray pushes that walker, she should be able to trade that walker. She does. I pull up to try to see if I can get a kill over here, pick up some leftovers from them. Taking our walker, this warden is 28k, so if we can kill him, that's pretty huge. You hit a fat dash on both of them, get an execute off on him. Managed to get a heavy punch on him while he's in the combo. Just want to back up off that. Their whole team's over there. I mean, this is a favorite fight for us. They're down 2, but I noticed no one on my team wants to press forward. So we just take what we get, don't throw a fit, and go buy my remover. Now you may ask why. Excuse me, why I decided to go counterspell and debuff remover this game. I just think debuff remover would just make me unkillable at this point, and then we go compress cooldown so I can get dash resets. But debuff remover is also infinite value. At this point I can debuff remove Yamato, grapple, debuff remove any like slow hexes that Haze and Page, or if I so happen to get rooted by Page. I just think having counterspell and debuff remover just make me pretty much unkillable, and I can save my counterspell by using my debuff remover.
I see Haze.
Try to aggro this Haze with it, but see their whole team is there, and like I said, if I didn't have my debuff remover right there, I probably would have died. Just had a kite, and it's pretty much 4 of them on the map right there, so. I could have honestly counterspelled the Drifter Alt as well. He tried to hyperline me, but I was kind of aware that someone might have tried to stick around there if I hit the zip line. So we just go back, reset, take it again, and then we look for another. Looks like nothing really happens for a few minutes, so I'll kind of like speed it up a little bit. I'm pretty much just farming, pushing out waves and whatnot.
Spirit jars here.
So it is an urn fight coming, so we kind of want to get prepared for this. Shiv is a really good urn fighter, especially once you have match dash. This Krill is kind of inting over here. They're playing very deep into our territory. Try to just aggro him, get some damage on him. Don't force anything though. And as you can see, I mean, any time around, I'm moving around the map, always using my mouse 2 movement. Tried to counterspell the Drifter Alt, but yeah, I have max rage in here, so we pretty much can just do God's work in this urn fight. Get another dash reset on those 2. See the Haze alone, that's just a free lick at that point, and then we kind of spin back for the Warden. Get the zipline right there, it's kind of risky, but I mean, this guy should just die. Holiday kind of stole my kill, but it's okay. And then we go on the Page, and it's kind of just a free lick at that point. I probably could have saved my debuff remover right there, but I wanted to kill her really bad. There is a Yamato over here by herself, so I decided to go in on her. She has no all, so there's nothing she can do. We just clean that up.
Let's go mid. They're in mid.
One thing about Shiv is, like, people like to say that Shiv is like a frontline hero, which he definitely is like tanky, don't get me wrong, but I like to play Shiv as more as kind of like a, like ideally you want to play him so like you can bait your team, like, and as greedy as that may say, you kind of want to bait your team on this hero, because Shiv is definitely kind of like a victim. Then right here I kind of just try to bait his punch, but he actually did pretty good. He did pretty good right there with the fake out punch. Yeah, I mean, just kill him for free at that point. Yeah, I mean, he just dies from it, so just get the kill on him. But as I was saying about like Shiv being a frontline, he can definitely be like a frontline tankier character, especially with his mouse 2 movement, because he can live like unlivable situations. But against like heavy CC comps, like they have a Moen Krill, they have a Haze, they have a Warden Page, they just have a lot of CC. I kind of want to be baiting my team, especially like baiting my Victor at this point, because if they use all of their cooldowns on Victor, that allows me to just get in there and kind of do what I want to do. Just a little skirmish here, I just pull up to try to help my Victor. See, it's just a lot of slop, and I can't see right now on the map, so I decided to just back up a little bit. They kind of just used all their util there, so just back up. We lost 2. No reason to force anything. I thought I had counter spell. This Yamato just dies. I don't know what this kid is thinking. Might be about just putting her in a blender over there. Try to aggro these two so they can leave for free. But I decided not to chase. My team wasn't really with me. I feel like that kid could have died, but that wasn't the best situation in mid, since it was only me and Wraith in there. There was no one else in there to parry the Moen Krill after we both wasted our parries after the fake out. And we honestly don't get too much from that rejuve. It's a still pretty close game. If we would have got that, I would have been a snowball. Then I decided to pick up my escalating exposure. I feel like this is one of Shiv's best 6Ks. This is like E-Shift. It used to be Prio on Reverb, but they kind of nerfed the lifesteal. Like in general in the game, so I found that the escalated exposure is just a big amp of damage. Big amp of damage.
Stay together.
Especially with the torment pulse and the knife, just does so much damage on Shiv. At this point I didn't want to walk up too far on the wave, especially our Wraith just died. Just clearing waves. Like I said, if there's nothing going on the map, just want to be clearing waves. Anytime you can, you should always probably pushing the wave. I do go Indomitable this game as well, because they just have so much CC. And I know the Moen Krill is looking to like combo me or something. I think these kids are pushing our base, we're only down 2. I think that's kind of it. See how this plays out. Just try to poke where I can, build on my rage. Get 2 necks in that guy. It just takes infinite damage. Playing up here, no one's really paying attention to me, so I'm trying to just stick knives where I can. Can't really force anything here. While they have like some alts and we're down 3, so. Use my counter spell right there. Had to use my debuff remover. Had to use a lot to get out right there. That was actually pretty bad. I could have honestly played that different. Instead of, let's actually go back a little bit to see like where that went wrong. Win every one, just a little bit more. Like at this point right here, what I could have done is just stayed and like played this part up top. But instead I dashed right there and had to use my counter spell, and then I got slapped right there. And that all could have kind of been avoided if I would have just took the took like a little railing on the side, and at least I would have had my execute to get a kill. But at this point, like I said, they're in team. My Wraith is about to come up, our primary source of damage. And yeah, they're just kind of into to destroy our base for no reason. But you see, we're just playing it patient, can't force anything, especially they have Moen Krill combo up now, but the Krill just died. Then we get a lasso on Yamato. The holiday kind of took her away from me. And they're still like in our base trying to get our shrines. I mean, I have 2-3 knives on that guy, and he shredded for my dash, so that's why escalating is so good as well, because the dash does so much shred. Then his page at this point, she has no cooldown, it's just a free lick.
I'll be stacking bodies all night.
But to go back onto the Indomitable purchase, I mean, once I get Indomitable, like, there's legit no way that I can die. It should just be impossible for me to die. And, I mean, not to brag or anything, but you see I don't pretty much die for the rest of the game. I have Counterspell, I have Debuff Remover, I have Escalating Exposure. I mean, I have damage already, and Shiv is one of those characters that would just do infinite damage, even if he has all green items. So I kind of just like to pry out survivability on this character, because late game Shiv kind of does become a victim if they focus you and don't really let you do what you want to do. So that's why I say, like, you gotta bait your teammates on Shiv, get them to use their utility on Shiv. I mean, not on Shiv, to use on your teammates, so Shiv can kind of get in and do what he wants to do and cause a ruckus and not get interrupted. I mean, this is just a free earn. I mean, they were down 3. I'm telling my Vindicta to like come and step on the and this right here, I just want to talk a little bit about like this in particular and why this is kind of like a bad play on my Vindicta. If my Vindicta was on the earn point with me and Holiday, we would have captured the earn a little bit faster. But since it was only me and Holiday, that Mo actually had enough time to come in, you know, he would have been able to kind of cause like a little disrupt on the earn for a bit, maybe bought some time for his team because he's so tanky. And then therefore that forces us to use Holiday Lasso on the Mo and Krill. Versus if we would have just been able to capture the earn, we would have had Lasso ready to look for another pick on the map, but then she had to waste it on Mo and Krill in order to get him off of the earn point. So I don't know why my Vindicta wasn't standing on the earn there, but that's just kind of like little like tempo stuff that you should take note of. You know, I mean, at this point we just get my Endom, and like I said, I should pretty much be unkillable at this point.
I can see hay.
Mo and Krill is kind of like a Shiv like shutdown character, so you always kind of want to play around building like extra survivability when you go against
Headed to Broadway.
Mo and Krill and like Hayes when she has like curse, like our Hayes, like they have curse, so you know they have like very high pick potential. So I just want to kind of buy items that keep myself alive.
I'll deal with the
And I pretty much can't die to Mo and Krill or Hayes, because if Hayes sleep dagger me, it's gonna pop my Indomitable, and then I can just counterspell after she pops my Indomitable, and then I'll counterspell the curse, and then at that point she's just a free lick. So
Look out for Warden.
that's also a note if you're kind of struggling versus like the Hayes curse and then pops out and ults you. But that's only because I have Endom and Counterspell. I mean, not every game do you want to spend that much on greens, but like I said, when you're against this kind of comp, I kind of want to pry out staying alive. It's just a little skirmish here. It's more Krill just kind of chasing me for some reason. I'm just doing infinite damage to him. I have 12 escalating stacks on him. It's just, I don't know. I thought my Endom was procced already. Kind of missed my dash there because the Yamon's kind of going in on me. This kid should just die. My Vindicta is doing infinite damage to him. And then they just kind of griefed and then give us a free mid boss. I lose 5 for that skirmish. I don't know what the Mo and Krill is thinking. Then I go E-Shift as well. Actually, I don't remember if I ended up buying E-Shift. I think I may have ended up buying like Boundless or Arctic Blast. At this point, like I said, it's just a free mid boss. I'm actually playing with the rank 1 player in North America right now. He's on an alt account, but kind of carrying him right now, to be honest. My rate is the rank 1 in North America. I want to say this was like it was early in the morning when I was playing, so this was like an E5 lobby. So, the players in here pretty competent. I mean, from the point we get mid, this game should just be unlosable. We just snowball, take farm on the entire map. I'm gonna go buy my item here. Like I said, I think I end up buying Arctic Blast here, actually. And as you can see, when I'm moving around the map, just always utilizing the mouse 2 movement. Then I want to go get this green buff. Like one of the best buffs for Shiv in the game, to be honest. I like this and movement on Shiv a lot because Shiv is kind of like a slow chud. Like he does have his mouse 2 movement, but like his base movement and like stamina regen is pretty dog shit. So I like the movement buff on him a lot as well. And right here we're just farming. I think I go on a journey to kind of like look for this bag. It was only 200. I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger, but you know, some souls better than no souls. We just pushed out the map. Our Victor's like pretty much out of position in our Wraith. I noticed she's nowhere near like the rest of our team, so we don't really want to fight without her or just risk losing any rejues for no reason. So I'm just pushing the waves. I do see my Victor's in a little bit of trouble, so try to go over there to help him a little bit, peek the scene, what's going on over here.
Soldiers here.
I do see the urn is about to drop on their side, and I know that they're going to try to maybe hostages, so I'll try to be there right away to just pick it up and get it ready to run. I mean, it is comeback urn, so they will have resist on the urn, but I mean, at this point, we're 30k ahead, and we have 3 lives, so even if they try to contest us on the urn, we'll just die. But I do see that my team is engaging, so I decided to drop the urn and go in and help on this fight a bit. Kind of a lot of slop right there, so I kind of want to play this slow. Do get a dash reset right there. Get the end down pop. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go in on me, but I have max rage. She's a max rage dash. Paige is looking at me, and then at that point in which I block that, she's just kind of a free leg. She does hit me with that, but Vindicta kind of clears it up. Gordon here, I mean, he's trying to dive my Vindicta, so just chase this kid down. I mean, like I said, with the Shiv movement, you just cannot run from this guy. He does have Colossus, and he has so much HP. I probably wouldn't be able to kill this guy by myself, but I have Shred on him, and my team pulls up to kind of help me clean this guy up. But you can just see how tanky he is. I decided to just kill him with the Shiv ult. Because, I mean, the guy probably has, what, 6,000, 7,000 health almost. I think that's a lie. I think he has way more than 3.2k. I think it's maybe a glitch in the replay. Yeah, because it's all saying they have the same amount of health.
Headed to Greenwich.
It's 4,300.
I'll deal with the troopers. Pull back.
Yeah, I think something's glitched with them. But I decided to go here and just clear our base so the minions don't drop our shrines. You'll be surprised like how much damage the minions actually do to your structures. And if we just lose a shrine for free, it's just pointless. They all go down. Actually, I didn't even know if they were doing. I did pick up Mystic Reverb a little bit late. And I get extra spirit just in case I want to go boundless later.
What's the plan?
They claim the urn.
I decided to just give them the urn. I mean, we don't have any regen. They have so much resist. I mean, we just kill them after.
Yes, Vin.
I'm going in.
Pick them off one by one.
When teams try to drop off the comeback urn and you guys like have a massive lead, really what you want to do is try to kill them after they deposit and they lose the resist. My Wraith does get picked off there. My Bebop lands an amazing hook on the Skrill, and then I mean this kid just dies. Tried to kill him with an execute right there. It was kind of greed. I didn't realize how much damage he was going to take from the Bebop bomb. Decided to back up a little bit. There's no point in kind of griefing. Or actually, I think do we go in here? Yeah, I mean my Victor combi had refresher. I mean, we should be able to just kill these kids. And as you can see, I always try to go in from an off angle. I don't want to take all the attention. I don't want to eat all the CC on this hero. Counterspell the Drifter ult so he doesn't do more damage to me. Do so much damage to that guy. I instantly took that the mark off me. because it puts like minus 35% healing reduction on me, and I mean at this point it's just GG. We're just way too far ahead and just do so much damage. They're just eating dash resets, so they're just permanently shredded. Get disarming hexed by the Drifter, and people don't really talk about how much of a like if you want to find a way to kind of deal with Shiv, pair the page right here, and then I'm gonna at that point just get shit on. People don't really talk about like a simpler way to shut down Shiv is with the disarming hex, because it prevents him from using his mouse 2 movement. So if you think you're having trouble with Shiv, that's the one way to kind of deal with him a little bit. But I mean, one kill just dies, and then that's just GG. I'll try to do more videos like this in the future. This was my first one, so kind of bear with me a bit. But like I said, this is Inside the Mind of Shiv. Thank you for watching. Then we do MVP this game.
All according to plan.
Most damage, 9 kill streak, most kills. It's pretty pop off game.